Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm Focus Meat Factory. Hi folks. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome. It's been a while. It's been an incredibly busy week. Like, it's insane. I had just so much stuff on my plate, so I haven't been able to stream much lately, but I hope that this week will open up some opportunities for some awesome stuff. I hope you're all having a great weekend. I had a great one. Of note, if you notice, on the top left corner, J-Raw, how's it going? You notice on the top left corner of our screen, we have ourselves a goal that had been met and has now been increased for the charity that we've been running for Ozone House, which is a wonderful charity organization that works towards providing housing. Oh, hail Satan, J-Raw, as I talk about a wonderful organization that helps provide housing, food, and services to youth that are homeless. And it's a wonderful organization. So they've increased the goal marker now. We hit 4,500 just a couple days ago. It's now up to 5,500. So I have 2 goal things I need to make this upcoming Saturday when I play Text Adventures with Nick. I will be eating something incredibly spicy, and it's going to be painful, and you're going to watch me suffer, which will involve Da Bomb Beyond Insanity, which is absolutely terrifying. But luckily I have Nick there to be my backup, so if I am unable to do anything, Nick can sit there and entertain you all as I suffer horribly. And then after that, the week after that, I will be doing a cosplay stream. I have 2 in mind, and one is ambitious and stupid, and then the other is very lazy but very me. If Mike was here, it'd be a cosplay of a character in my like so obscure of one of my favorite graphical adventure games, and it's very lazy, but it's all in the delivery and the performance that does it. But it's just very funny. So there will be a cosplay stream that may be that, or maybe something else that's very ambitious and weird. That'll be in 2 weeks, so a week from this upcoming Saturday. But we have another goal. If we hit 5,000 in the marker, we will be doing a it's Asuka 120% CPU versus CPU tournament from the Sega Saturn. It is this ridiculous, over-the-top schoolgirl fighting game that is just ridiculous. So we have something to look forward to. Hopefully we can hit that goal by the end of the month. It'll probably start up in May. It's I think it's Asuka 120%. Let's see, let's make sure it's actually right. Yeah, it's Asuka 120%. It's on the Saturn. ASUKA 120%. It's one of those ones that I had found was CPU versus CPU, and there's an English translation for it. The original developers for that game had made an improved version in like 2007 or 2012, something really recently, and an improved version of the game for the Saturn, and people had then fan translated that, and that's what we'll be playing. Has some added characters to it and a whole bunch of other content to it that's really fun. There's a whole bunch of people. It is ridiculous, and they all represent each of the different clubs. So like the chemistry club, the baseball club, the like the Japanese culture club, like traditional Japanese culture club. Like, it's so wild. There's so many different things. It's so interesting. So that's a possibility. We hit 5,000, and then man, there's so much has happened since I played last. Okay, so like, I want to get into this because we're gonna run Ultimate, and I don't know how long it's gonna be. So I would like to get it out of the way before it gets really late, because I can't stream too late tonight. First things we gotta talk about is, look, Zelda's coming out soon. We're less than a month away now before the new Zelda game comes out, and Jera says, "Ooh, I need that if you have room." What need what? Oh, tell me. The Zelda game? Ultimate. Yeah, we're doing Ultimate. We'll be doing. You'll have room. Yes, Jera, we'll have room for sure. But Zelda's coming out in less than a month, and Like, I want J-Ron, I want you to know. Sakura, I want you to know. Modwolf, I want you to know. Kuno, I didn't say hello, I'm sorry. Hello. I want you all to know, like, we will be taking a short break from WoW. I apologize, and please don't run away. Like, come back when the call happens, because May is... I have to play Zelda. I have to play that game, and I have to, like, it was a game that I was, like, I talked about, like, the games I was most anticipating and most excited for, and Zelda was on there, but it wasn't... I was like, yeah, I'm excited for it. Well, it'll be great to play. We'll see how it goes. And then they started showing stuff, and I just getting little bits and bobs. I'm not, like, fully committing to, like, sitting there dissecting the trailers and things. And I'm just like, it's gonna be really good, man. And even my wife, who hasn't played very many games lately, has been, like, really busy with work. She's looking at that and she's like, yeah, it looks pretty good. She beat Breath of the Wild, so, like, she's stoked for it. So, like, that's going on. And then in May, there's also another game, Human Resources Officer, which is a game being developed by a team that Audio Eric from chat is a part of, that's coming out then, and I'm for sure going to be playing that game. It seems like a really wild Star Trek-esque comedy where you play a Human Resources Officer. Kuna says, come June, I won't be playing much WoW because Diablo 4 will release. Yeah, and then June is Street Fighter 6. And I'm like, oh god. Oh god. When does Diablo come out? What date? In June? I'm going to try to at least set aside some time for WoW in May. I'm like March. Yeah, May. The 6th? Okay. Yeah, Kuno. No, I feel you. I don't blame you one bit. Street Fighter 6 comes out soon then too, and I'll probably be on board with that. So, like, we may be having these divergent paths, but we are going to get through this. We're going to get through this together. But yeah, I just had, like, oh man, please don't leave me, WoW people, because I do want to see this through, and I've never gotten this far in any... Oh, yeah, I stopped at a weird place. So, I was like, I'm gonna go grind Scalding Whelps and stuff like this. I went to go play the other day, and then, like, my oldest was having a lot of issues sleeping. She was hurting something fierce, and so she couldn't, and I had to stop, and I was like, I gotta go. And right here in, like, the middle of this place in the Badlands. What's my inventory situation look like? Oh boy. Okay, it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a very big bit of a mess. I'll get rid of the fork tongues. Get rid of this stuff, man. Don't need it. Buzzard wings. We can cook with that. I'll do some cooking. I think there's a merchant nearby that I can get with. Let's fight this guy. I'm super stoked. Kuno, what are your thoughts on, have you heard about what they're doing for, like, content updates and things like this for story? Kuno on Diablo? I'm curious to know if you have, and if so, what are your thoughts on it? Well, we might be able to take all of you. Unless, wait, is Patan your alt? Who do we have here? Who's on? I forget who's who. I forget who's alt or who. Oh, Patan's another hunter. Okay, so invite Wormy. Invite. Patan is our leatherworker. Okay. Well, hold on. So Wormy. Wow, we have a whole bunch of people. Like, who's bluish? Who are all of these people? Sakura. Invite Patan. Is that everybody? Sakura, Wormy, Patan. We can get one more person. So Kuno, if you want, you can. Let's see. Area. We have space. I think, right? Oh, did I get J-Raw? Well, I meant I got J-Raw. Did I get J-Raw? I did not get J-Raw. Invite J-Raw. And that's a full group. Okay. There we go. Let's meet up at the entrance. On my way there. 2 hunters were just plowing through things. I get to see how real a real hunter works. Okay, okay. Well, I don't know what Kuno's at. Hold on. J-Raw's out. Oh, but you're also 47, same level as J-Raw. So that's up to you. Woo! Oh my gosh. Whoa. Looking cool. Oh my god. Looking so cool. You're all so majestic. So majestic. Yeah, I think I can sell stuff to those dudes that are like right here at the little camp. Both ruin XP. So accept it. TKK, how's it going, dude? TKK, it's good to see you, everybody. Shout out to TKK, the Combat King, organizer of a wonderful, wonderful charity that has already reached its goal. We have talked about this before. Catch a flight in 5 hours. I need a chill place to calm my nerves. That is the place to be, my friend. It's good to see you. Dude. GG on hitting the mark on the charity. Absolutely fantastic. Sakura, throw down a donate as well. Because we hit that first huge, insane goal, TKK himself is going to be doing a 27-hour stream, sacrificing every bit of his health and well-being for you, my friends, for you. So please, give him a follow. You keep forgetting that you are, I know, and it's in those situations where you're like, what am I doing? What is this? What did I sign up for? This is insane. Give me some ribs. Yeah. I enjoy explaining that to my employer for the 2nd year in a row. So look, see, I need to take some extended amount of time off. Because, well, you see, I play video games. Oh my god, there's a million freaking Oldemon quests. I didn't realize there were that many. That's insane. Whee! Oh, come on now. Mid-jump. I'm not fighting Stanky. I'm trying to attack Stanky as if that's the enemy. Okay. So who's it gonna be? J-Raw up for this ride? Or, yeah, raise money for charity? Ooh, Suiko. Not me. Okay, so Kuno, it's you. Then invite Neria. Neria, it's you. You've been tapped in. Just gonna take a beating by all these coyotes. Dude, TKK, I am so insanely stoked for you. Like, this is a huge, for those people who don't know, organizing a charity by yourself, right? And like setting up the stuff for that, that's hard. It's hard to do. It's a million times harder when you have to organize other people under a banner and get things organized in that way. It's not just TKK. He's having some help in the organizational process, right? We can just summon. Hold on. Nurring needs hard work. Because aren't you going to Oldemon? Yeah. Isn't this what it is? And Yeah, this information has been leaking out, but I think we're gonna send everyone Soccer 2023 lapel pins. Oh, dude, no way. Well, I hope that you continue this endeavor, because I think that, one, it's an incredibly noble endeavor, and all the time I always like to I always see a lot of charity streams that are just like going to these huge charities, right? These big ones. And I very much appreciate the local side of things. Tiltify sent me something physical. I think everyone else deserves something physical for signing into my 1-year beta testing. I think, dude, that's way too kind. But no matter what, it's an absolute pleasure to be taking a part of this and helping people in that way, especially because it's something local here for me. Having these charities that are something that has a more of a face to them. We know them. These are organizations that help our local communities, instead of being like, we help everyone in the world. And it's like, okay, well, what entirely does that mean? You know, and where is that all going to? And here we have a face. We have a clear goal that is not some like, we just like to help people in need, and it's very like distinct. We are helping children who are victims of homelessness, and that stuff, it means the world to me, because I know I cannot stress to you, TKK, that the streamers against child abuse, that message is very important to me. It's so that's a big deal, and so being somebody who is representing that is important and very helpful and meaningful. He said they'd give us a tour if we wanted. Dude, yeah. But that's no joke. It's like super important. You have no idea. You have no idea. So I appreciate it. And I'm glad to be able to help in any way possible. Even if I don't raise much money, raising awareness and helping promote and getting people into those right places to see others who might help them, encourage them to donate. That's a big deal. And we've learned so much too. Like in this process, I really can see like all the lessons you guys are learning in this process, because like oh, we got this now, like kind of this breakdown of like how much money does what, like what does that money go towards, how much can that help, and like all that stuff. Like that is really very important information to have. Yeah, huge. I have it in my title, right? Please, for the love of God, tell me I do. And this is kind of an impromptu stream, so I was like, I'm not going to really promote this one very much, like in terms of like, I wasn't going to have you, like your guys like go and be like, hey, this is a big thing going on right now, because it's not. This is me. It's like, I have a couple hours to waste. I was going to play some WoW and promote the stream, or promote the cause, I mean. And so yeah, dude, it's just absolutely fantastic. Cannot stress enough. So we're doing Oldemon. This is an excavation site of some sort. I don't really know how any of this works. So I've never played this stuff. Again, for those that don't know, I've not played much World of Warcraft in my life. I don't really know how any of this works. I've played a lot of EverQuest 2, a lot of Matrix Online, those sorts of games, but not this one. I'm sorry, I feel so weak. Can you come closer, Hunter? Randall sent me. We're going to be praised that boy's not as slow in the head as I thought. You're brave to come to Oldemon. For me, Hunter, if you're really here to help, old Hammertoe, then you need to find me an amulet. Deep Shadow's got it. Magrigan Deep Shadow. He's around here in the ruins for sure. If he ain't stopped, it's up to you, Bogus. Please get that amulet. The scrolls will surely help the Dark Irons create even more powerful golems. Just know it. You got it, dude. It's Indiana Jones. Is it really? Is it Hammertoe Grez? Indiana Jones? Not quite. And so yeah, I'm gonna be doing a little more than WoW. I've been on a major WoW kick recently just because I haven't had an opportunity to play this game very much, and there's people who are actually on board who want to play, and like for me that's huge. I don't get that opportunity very often, and so I was really excited for that opportunity to be able to play this game now and actually experience it full on. No spoilers. Okay. And so it's really nice to be able to play this game and actually get to like play it. If there's quest things I need to get, by the way, like let me know, because I'm not getting anything right now. Dude, I don't have this issue. TKK, it's weird because like I have kids, and like I don't do like the whole addicted to games thing. Folks can tell. Like when was the last time I played? I played like 5 days ago. Like, and like I mostly do like I will come on in the afternoon sometimes to do like inventory management for like a half an hour. Like that's kind of it. That's my main goals. It's like that's it, and I plan on stream. You know, I've always been a person who likes to play a game at my own pace, and I don't do like that. Oh, I'm socially obligated to keep moving, and constantly having to keep up with people's like paces. Yeah. Oh, dude, and I very much also like hold on. So I gotta turn this in now, right? I got the amulet. I got the amulet. But like with all MMOs, I've never felt this. I have to take stuff at my own pace. I have to be one of those people that's like, I'm setting the pace for myself. I want to explore these things. I want to be meticulous in my exploration of MMOs. It's a genre I love, but I'm a person who's never been like, okay, I can't do anything. Sorry, tonight me and a group are gonna go play for 8 hours and do this raid. Never been in my vocabulary. Okay. So that's not. He died. Oh. Oh, poor dude. Alright, he's dead. His spirit is released with his last breath. Alright. Interesting. So where's everybody? Where did everybody go? Did they jump down? Are they down this way? Hi. Down? Okay. Guessing this leads down, right? Yeah, this leads down. They want us to take shortcuts. Shortcuts are for wimps. We do it the long way. We're cool. We take the long way. I knew someone who said they played WoW with friends in the same manner that others would go bowling with friends. Like, play WoW for 30 hours per week. How much time do you think to spend going? Exactly. No, dude. And like, that's, yeah, for me, I'm like, I treat it like a co-op game, right? So if I'm going to play with some friends, it's like, okay, we do co-op stuff. We don't like play without each other. We kind of, we stay at the same levels. We're not playing the game without the other person. And we typically kind of go through that stuff a couple days a week, you know, like for, 2 or 3 hours. And that's typically how it goes for me when I play these types of games. It's infinitely easier if you have at least one person. It's like bowling, though. It's a good system. Exactly. Because, like, I don't do that stuff. Most of the quests items are out of the instance. Oh, they're out of the instance? Okay. So I have to come back. That what's happening? Okay. What are some of the quest items that I need? I don't know what is what. Yeah, and like I get the thing about MMOs that causes this massive like obsession for people and this addictive nature to it. A lot of it really ends up being because there's this social obligation and this social pressure to play and have to keep up with people, where your friends are playing without you. They're leveling without you. They're getting stronger without you, and you have to keep up with them. And like, oh, well, you can't stop then. If you stop, then they're gonna outlevel you, and then you can't play with them. So what are you gonna do? And this stuff just like eats away at you, and it can be really hard to shirk that. And then there's this competitive side of things. For some people, it's I have to be the best. I have to be the first. I have to get there first, level up the quickest first, do all these kind of server first things, and it's this massive competition against each other in order to do that. And that's not me. Like, I don't care if I'm first. as you can tell, I'm experiencing this game for the first time now. How long ago? This is Wrath of the Lich King Classic, so it's been like almost 2 decades, right? Like, yeah, I've been playing for a month, and I've been playing for a month. Yeah, not very long. Just having a time. It's very funny. Okay, so this one's over here. I love the lore. I love the world building, the exploration. This is the sort of stuff that, like, it's my jam. I enjoy just exploring these places and experiencing these things without having to feel like that I'm having to beat somebody, that I'm having to, like, compete, and it's not a competition for me. I can't do that stuff. I just can't. I'm a person who, like, will play the crap out of fighting games. I played Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, like, competitively. I never at any point as a person... Where did everyone go again? You guys are so fast. Competitively, and I never at any point was I like, I have to grind this out, and I have to, like, win. Or what's the point of existence? What's the point of my life right now? Keeping up with general Warcraft lore since Orcs and Humans. I always love the art books and novelizations. So, like, I want to read those at some point, because I'm getting interested as I start to see this stuff more and more and see how it's distinct and different. The appeal of that lore, and I definitely want to check it out. I mean, I have a podcast where we read books based off of video games, so, like, yeah, I want to at some point get into that for sure. Oh, there's a dude here. On that. Found a ton of books at used bookstores. See, I need to, because, like, I had a friend who was like, yeah, I found this book, and I'm like, online that book sells for a lot of money. He's like, yeah, it's $5. I was like, what? What? Yeah, he's like, yeah, no big deal. It's like, everyone's like, yeah, go to used bookstores. I'm like, how do you find anything in a used bookstore? How do you find anything? Ooh. I'll pass. Maybe somebody's. I need to feed my pet. Eat some sausages, buddy. Find a good one that organizes like a bookstore. Yeah, dude, Ann Arbor has such fantastic bookstores. The Dawn Treader is such a cool bookstore. I don't know if it's still around, but, like, they're magical places, and I dig them so much. I'm not keeping track of any of my oh yeah, there we go, ancient chest. Okay, we got some stuff here. So the Dawn Treader, every time I'm there, dude, yeah. Dude, when I'm in Ann Arbor, I mean, like, here's the places you gotta hit. You gotta go visit Pinball Pete's. You've got to. You've gotta go visit Dawn Treader. And, like, Ann Arbor, I used to work in Ann Arbor, and it was a nightmare. Ann Arbor's kind of the place where, like, you love to visit, but never stay. Whoa. I might have to take that. I'm going to take that and I will equip it if I get it. Okay, where's that in my inventory? I'm going to have to go no longer be dual wielding, because that is a very awesome looking axe. I used to work out of there. Vault at midnight. Oh yeah, it gets balls. Oh dude, back in the day, balls was everywhere there. Included parking in the garage behind Pinball Pete's, getting a boba tea, walking to Dawn Treader. So I used to live in Ann Arbor. I worked at the Blockbuster that was on Main Street out there way back in the day. It's one of the last Blockbusters in the area to close. And it was like, dude, that was such a great place to work. And I loved it so much. And like, it was so wild because the end times were really stressful. And they were just closing down everything sucked, and they were like, we have to get all this stuff. And but it was such a great time. Like working, that was like everyone was a family that worked there, and the customers were the best, and they always remembered you, and they were insane. The stuff that happened were surreal, and it's so wild because like that stuff. We always like look at movies like Clerks and things like this, and like, oh, that's so funny. These customers are so weird, and I'm like, yeah, that's not an exaggeration. That's not an exaggeration. That's just how they were. You know, I've talked before about the guy who ripped a rat its head clean off with its spinal cord intact, just ripped it right out. It was the most insane thing I've ever seen, and just dropped it in our game section. And the dude who was a disgraced academic professor who is just insane and tackled me at one point and wrestled me. And did it get you going when you got to charge people extra for not rewinding their stuff? I came at the time when charging for rewinding wasn't there. We have a conundrum now. Do I stop so close to 40 and wait for bogus? Do I make a new pally and power level it up? I mean, that's up to you, Sakura. That's up to you. Maybe this quest chain spawn is in different spots. Maybe it does. Dude, no, TKK. Okay, so the amount of times I was propositioned by old ladies, the professor that wrestled me to the ground, and the first thing he said is an incredibly inappropriate thing that he just like says the most heinous stuff to get people going and to get them like to see the reaction. And he's Frank, I'll never forget you, Frank. And like just this, like, folks like destroying our bathroom, like literally destroying our bathroom, and like just wrecking the store. I had a guy almost, dude, the only time working at a Blockbuster that I was ever like mad was this dude returned a disc, a DVD. It was split in half, so he like just snapped it and returned it. And I'm like, you have to pay for the disc. And he's like, I'm not paying for that. It was $12. So he comes in on the weekend with his family, wife, 2 kids. And I was like, you got to pay for this disc, dude. You smashed it. Like, it's $12. He's like, I'm not paying for it. It's like, okay. Look, you're not renting until you do. It's on like a Friday night, and he's with his family. It's $12. And he's just like, really? And so he moves behind the counter and says, come here. I was like, what's up? It's like, a little closer. One more step. One more step. Come here. I take another step, and he's like, one more. One more step. And I'm like, oh, I know what you're doing. He wanted me to make another step so that he could say that it was self-defense, that I was attacking him. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And he's just like, and there's like a big line of people and a big crowd of people, and there's me standing off with this dude, this very large man. And so he called to complain with corporate, and they had to bring him in with my manager and the district manager and have me make a public apology to him. And he was like, I get it. Service staff just really doesn't understand their place in anything, really. I mean, I get this all the time with like airports and airplanes and like service staff there. And it's really just an important lesson for you to learn to know your place in this world. And I've never in my entire life just been like, I should have taken that step forward. I should have taken that step forward. That's the biggest asshole on the planet. No, I don't want to kiss you. Albert, how's it going, man? I've never in my life ever been so pissed off. Like, I was just like, this fucking guy. What a sociopath. And it's like, with his wife and kids, and his wife's like, don't do this, honey. Like, come on. And he's just like, no. One more step. It's like, oh, this job. But like, we used to get to run game tournaments and stuff. So like, I ran a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournament, and like, they would give like concert tickets and like all this crazy stuff that was just tons of awesome things. Oh my god, look at this. I mean, I'm a dwarf. It's a lot better than what I have on my head right now. I just have goggles. They're cloth goggles. What do the cloth goggles do? Fire resistance? I'm gonna hit need. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible person. I'll pass on those. Everyone selected green. I'm like, I need. Oh, look at my. Oh, dude, look. It was worth it. I got a candle. It was worth it. It was worth it. Oh my gosh, I'm a dork. But okay, got 4 on earns. One of the things though, like Blockbuster, yeah, we ran these tournaments and we'd have like concert tickets and all this crazy stuff. We'd get like sponsorships from Coca-Cola and all this crazy stuff, and like 2 people would ever sign up. And so there's this one guy who would always participate in this. He was an adult my age, so in his like mid-20s at the time. And he was a little something. He'd always come in to visit and just talk to me endlessly. And like he was that guy who just come in to say things and not have much to say. He'd talk about video games and stuff like this, but it was never anything that was like substantial. It was like, yeah, same stuff over and over again. And he'd always enter and he'd always lose to like a 10-year-old and stuff. Like there was a Guitar Hero match. Oh my god, we had a Guitar Hero tournament and these teenagers came in and they started playing and they're like, this is bullshit. Like just got really mad. What seems to be the problem? Guys are like, we're doing really bad in this game, but we're like Guitar Hero champions. And you clearly haven't diagnosed or gotten your HDTV like calibrated properly for this game. I was like, yeah, I know how to calibrate the TV, dude. I got this. Like, really? Then show us. And I do it, and they're like, okay, seems fine. They go to play it, and they botch it completely again. And they're like, I don't know, there's supposed to be something wrong with the controller or something. And it's just really funny. And then this like 12-year-old kid comes up and plays, and he fucking aces it. And they're just like, something's not right. Just something's not right with this. You guys need to check your controllers. Like, come on, dude. But the same thing, that was then the adult friend also was playing in that, and he was just destroyed, and he was so like sad and debilitated. The poor kid. He really was like, thought he was great. This was his time. He's gonna get it, and he never did. He never got it. The poor guy. I feel so bad. Oh, I need to train my two-handed. It's pretty bad. Something's not right, man. You need to step up and fix it. Exactly. I'm going to have to call your district manager and have you publicly apologize for fixing this tournament. It's like, come on, man. And, like, what was wild, so we were open till 1 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. And so, this is the same, true to everything. The moment that 10 o'clock hits, the moment that 10 o'clock strikes on the clock, in any place, at Meyer, even to this day, it has not changed. The craziest people come in. It's never a person who is of right sound mind and body that comes in after 10 p.m. Once midnight strikes, that span of time between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. is pure, unadulterated madness. Like, it's people who are frothing. It is people who have no idea who they are, where they are, or what is happening. And so you have this hour where you're just trying somehow to communicate with this person to tell them that they need to leave. They didn't get it. They like just insane. And it was a college town. So of course you also got like the drunkest college kids in the world who had no concept of like any sense of like personal space. And there was an instance where I remember it's like 12:45 at night, and this guy, he comes in and he's waiting in line behind or in front of this Korean kid. And I kid you not, the drunk guy is just like, "Hey, dude, what are you?" And the Korean kid's just like, "What? What are you, man?" It's like, I don't understand. Like, when you say hello, do you say ni hao or konnichiwa? And the kid's just like, I say hello. And he's like, no, you don't understand, man. You don't understand. Where are you from? And he's like, I'm from the United States. It's like, no, you don't. Where did you come from? And he's like down the road. I don't understand. And he's just like, what are you, man? And he's like, if you're asking me what my ethnicity is, my parents came from Korea. And it's like, and what do they say when they say hello? Do they say ni hao or do they say konnichiwa? It's like, none of those things. None of those things. This bogus Philester is actually end of right. No, it's fucking done. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry for this dude. It's like, no, that's fine. I get this all the time. It's like, I'm sorry. That sucks. That sucks that you get this all the time. It's like, yeah, it just comes with the territory. And it just never ends. It never ends. It made Ann Arbor be a place that I hated to live, but I don't mind visiting. Like, because, look, game days on Saturdays, the worst. And having to work at Blockbuster on Main Street on a Saturday fucking sucked. Because they closed the roads down. And so if you didn't, you have to plan way ahead of time on how to get to the store in that moment. And, but it was wild. There was a day where U of M lost to Appalachian State. And you'd have to, the way that people reacted to this was as if it was the end times. That Rapture had happened and they had been left behind, and this was it. This was the end. Like, people were crying in the street, and like, just a guy came in, an adult man by himself came into our store and like collapsed on our shelves, just bereft with grief. Didn't know what, beside himself, didn't know what to do. That they lost to Appalachian State. Drive through town on game day, you get so many laser guns pointed at your car. I feel like half the population gets pulled. Dude, so much so. And like how everybody charges their driveway for parking. It's like, hey, spend $60 and you can park in my driveway. But like, they had lost their minds. They were like, this couldn't have happened to us. This is not right. This isn't right. Something is wrong. Something is inherently wrong. What did we do? What crime did we commit? How do we atone for our sins? And like, I have never in my entire life ever just been like, what are you doing? Guys, what are you doing right now? What is this? What is happening? It was so wild to watch these grown people like just cry and cry and cry. And being in Ann Arbor, like, and working in Ann Arbor was also just really like eye-opening, because like I met a ton of football players because they'd always come and rent movies all the time. I have another buddy who worked at the Safe Sex store in Ann Arbor. When that loss happened, he said drunk people were crying in there too. Exactly, dude. It was wild. Going to the Safe Sex store and crying. Why are they coming here to do this? What is happening? They were like looking for consolation from anyone that they possibly could. That this was, it's okay that you lost. But they wouldn't accept that. It was not okay. They were so upset. And it was hilarious. But no, so I get to meet a bunch of football players all the time. They'd come in all of the time. And so like there was a moment where Chad Henning, he was the starting quarterback for them for the longest time, and he got replaced by I cannot remember this guy's name, and it hurts me that I don't remember, because he was actually a really nice guy. He had an entourage of kids with him, but he was a really nice guy. Chad Henning got replaced, and him and his dad came into Blockbuster just dude, high on coke, like nobody's business. They came in, just those two. The store is empty, and like, the champ is here, future NFL Hall of Famer. Everyone, bear witness. Like, madness. And he had just been replaced. Like, this was the moment when they had just replaced him with the other quarterback. But like, the dad just like wearing just a tank top and like just losing his shit, like just talking about how fantastic his son is and how he's the greatest thing ever. And it was just so embarrassing to watch, because you know that like they were getting a confidence booster there. But then there'd be other situations where like you'd meet other football players who were just like the nicest folks on the planet, but they would be incredibly honest about the football administration there, and like all of the crimes they were committing. One guy was like the best. He was just the coolest guy. He was always so kind and always just loved to come in and talk and like just talk about movies and games and stuff like this. And he was a cornerback, and he had busted his knee out, and like that was it for him. He was done, and he was so angry that like the school had just, he was dead. They was dead to them. They had like given him cars. They had given him lodging. They gave him everything, and lots of Visa gift cards. And then all of it was just gone after he just got injured, and he was just like, "Yep, this is it. I don't know. I hope it gets better, but I don't think it is." And it's like, dude, that sucks. That is terrible. It's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? It stinks, but it was really crazy to see, like, just all these different folks, guys with entourages. There's one fact. Oh boy, there was a group of kids that were the welcoming committee. They were a group of girls that their role was to show potential football players around and show them like what campus had to offer. And it was stuff, and like that was their thing. It was like accepted at that point. Like everyone knew about that, and they're just like, yeah, this is what it is. I was like, this seems weird. As a 25-year-old, this is weird. And it was like, yeah, this is just how it is. It's like, huh, okay, all right. What else do I have? I gotta turn in a quest on this thing, don't I? I have a question mark here somewhere. I've got a question mark there with Hammer Toe. Let me see what's going on with that. I don't know what has happened to that. Let's see. Oh my god. Stanky. Where are you, Stanky? So yeah, working in Ann Arbor was a weird time. And living there, of course. It was nice to get to walk to everywhere you wanted to go, but like, just the people there were strange. The college kids who were like, it's 65 degrees and they're wearing winter coats and terrified of everything. It's like, there's me at 60 degree weather. I'm wearing shorts, buddy. Like, that's not, we ain't even doing that. Hold on, I gotta go to Hammer Toe. How do I get to him? I go this way. I think I do. What do I need here? Let me see. I do. A lot of the older folks who live there are super cold and bitter too. Yeah, so like what you'd have, dude, no joke. Yeah, like when when the art fair comes into town. Holy crap. Holy crap. The art fair hits in Ann Arbor. I cannot tell you how many of the adult natives, the non-college student natives, are just like, this fucking town. Like, they're like, it's all, everything's gone to shit. And it's like so weird. so weird to bear witness to that. I knew you'd find the amulet. Well done indeed. Fine, right, all. Bring him me amulet. Bring him me amulet. He'll figure out what to do. He knows I was seeking his origins of our people, and he knows it was my only mission to stop the Shadowforge clan. And I love the effort. Audio Eric, hello, my friend. It's good to see you. How are you today? Dude, it's so good to see you. Audio Eric, wait. Audio Eric, is everything okay? I'm asking if everything's okay because it is 10:51 p.m. right now in the evening. And you're awake right now. Is everything all right? It's past your bedtime. I hope you're okay. It's good to see you, though. How are you? We were just talking about life in Ann Arbor, Michigan, which is just a nightmare of a place to live in. To visit is great. To visit's great because you're there. You go to the places you want to go to, and you just enjoy your time, and no harm, no foul. And then, but living there is bad. Tomorrow's a holiday, so I'm up a little later. What is tomorrow? What's the holiday? I will also preface that I literally these are the holidays I know the date of. Are you ready? This is no joke. It's a Boston holiday. Nice. Earl, it's a pleasure. I was one city away from winning Lord of Oh, dude. Congrats. You're so close. You had next time we get it. These are the holidays I know in my life. Are you ready? 4th of July. Easy, right? Easy. 4th of July. Everybody knows that one. New Year's Eve / day, right? Okay. Another easy one, right? Halloween. That's October 31st. That's everyone should know that one, right? Mm-hmm. Christmas is the 25th of December. And then I don't know. I don't know any others. Patriots Day, also the Boston Marathon. Oh, nice. You're just supposed to drive there, play laser tag at Zap Zone, get a burger and Zingerman's, and then leave before traffic gets bad. Exactly. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. If you're getting comics, you go to Vault at midnight. You know, if you're I'm out of mana. If you're going to like, and you can go for a game, but you have to get there at 8 a.m. Like you can't lollygag. You can't get there at 11. No way in hell are you getting there at 11 o'clock in the morning. But like, yeah, you go there to go to the vault, go to Pinball Pete's, and go to Zingerman's and get yourself some good stuff there, like some good meat. Get a good slab of meat, or go to their bakery. Bakery stuff, man. Oh, that's it. That's what you got. Can we talk about the Bob clone, Earl? Of course we can talk about the Bob clone. What's your question with the Bob clone? It's not a clone. That's Bob's brother. Bob has a brother. His name is Bob. They're both from the same planet. Absolutely. They are siblings. They are siblings. They are a pair. Yeah. I have talked about having two Bobs. The story is my wife wanted one more tablet and one more treasure left to go. Okay. I can't remember what I ordered specifically, but one time Zingerman served me 12 tiny hamburgers with different cheeses on them. And you're just like, you know what? It's fucking delicious. All those 12 like micro burgers, like they're not even sliders. They're not even sliders. Like they're just so small. Is there a third Bob? Like the Darryls from the Bob Newhart show? Not yet. Not yet. But my wife, she wanted one of those for Christmas one year. And I was like, oh, absolutely, I'll buy it. And when Christmas came along, she unwrapped it. Oh, she got it. That's fantastic. That's so great. And then my mother-in-law comes, and she sees him hanging up on the balcony watching from like below. And she's like, what is that? Like, what? That's Bob. And she's like, you should have talked about that before we did this, coordinated our gifts, I guess. And I was just like, did you get another Bob? And she's like, mm-hmm. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. And my wife opens it and she's like, this is the best thing ever. Is one named Robert? Nope. Bob and Bob. No, we're not going Robert. And anyways, who in their right mind, real talk here, who in their right mind names themselves Robert and then calls themselves Bob? No, your name should then be Bobbert, right? Or, yeah, Rob, not Bob. If your name is Bob and it's short for Robert, your full name is actually Bobbert. It's not right. It's not right. Reference is wrong. It's Larry, and this is my brother Daryl, and my other brother Daryl. Exactly, Earl. But yeah, so my wife got 2 Bobs. What about Richard? Yeah, it should be Dickard. Or Rich. No, not Rick. Not Dick. I cannot comprehend. Someone please explain to me why Richard is short for, or Dick is short for Richard. Besides, somebody named Richard was once a dick to somebody, and thus was forever claimed to be as such. Like mine, yeah, it's John. It's short for Jonathan. Like, that checks out. That makes sense. That all makes sense. Okay, I gotta get this thing. Huzzah! So yeah, like, what? Who does this? Who does this to their children? I always like to talk about predestination in names. From here on, all toilets in the kingdom shall be called John. Luckily, mine doesn't have an H. That would be Lips territory. So you know, I'm free from that misnomer. Like, what about predestination in names? I feel this strong in my heart. This is the judgmental bogus. This is the judgy, bitchy bogus here that is talking. Predestination in names. Look, if you're gonna have your name end in like an N, like a Caden or a Jaden or a Braden or a Hayden, you're dooming yourself to be. You're dooming your children to be just the shittiest people. How many Cadens do you know that isn't like full of himself? How many Cadens out there in the world that aren't just a dick? You're dooming your future generations by doing that to them. It's important that when you select that name, that it carries with it a reputation. Earl. Oh, for sure. Not anytime soon. But it is a very much an eventuality. Have you played Spellcasting 101, Earl? Out of curiosity? I loved it, and I really need to know if it holds up. Because I loved it. So I played 201 first, and then I played 101. I never beat 301. That was another Quest for Glory 5 situation where I didn't want to beat Spellcasting 301 because I didn't want to have a finality to it because I enjoyed the series so much. I thought 201 was a lot of fun. Even if you play in naughty mode. Look, when Nick finally moves to California. When Nick moves to California and we have some time to stream together more regularly, we're playing Spellcasting 101, and we will be doing that normal mode versus naughty mode, like side-by-side comparison, and how that game is going to play out. All right, we're ready for the dungeon. Wow.
I need more mana.
How long is this dungeon? Sakura says, I need to talk to that one dude. Okay, go talk to the one dude, Sakura. Before he dies. Did someone say John's? How's it going, Isaac? It's good to see you, man. Yeah, so we'll do I have Audio Eric, by the way. I spend a lot of time in my life contemplating how to stream text adventure games very like competently. And a lot of it deals with like breaking it, like your presentation side of things, right? Like how the streamer as a person deals with this stuff. And then how do I present it? How do I talk about it? How do I narrate it? How do I move through this? How do I like attempt to do these adventure game puzzles and do these things, because that can be really challenging, right? If I get really stuck, how am I going to progress? How do you carry on? And so it's a real challenge for a lot of people on how to get a text adventure to be captivating in a medium that is typically driven by graphics and art. And so with something like spellcasting, it's really easy. That's super easy. You know, you have this thing that you can actually compare and contrast to, which makes it actually really fun and interesting to do. And then you have a history of text adventures that you talk about, the developers, and trying to really understand their own perspectives and how they build these games in the end. That's all incredibly compelling and interesting. I'm throwing things away. Oh, I should be fighting things, sorry. Sir Talon, goodbye. Wild Hogshank, farewell. You're not needed. Stone Clubs, goodbye. Heavy Flint Axe sells for a bunch. I want to keep that. Lace gloves, no. That guy. That one, goodbye. And it's just fun to do. Fun to play text adventure games. You can make them really interesting and engaging for players. And it's something that isn't tapped because Saki's going into stasis. Okay, Doris, we'll wait here for a second. And it's a genre I love. I genuinely love. I talk about it unendingly. I talk about it. So I recently joined Int Fiction, which is a forum for interactive fiction fans and aficionados and developers and all these really great people. And so it's had really interesting conversations with them and really sharing the interactive fiction club with them and getting to kind of know them and their preferences. It's so fascinating to watch this really vibrant culture that is so distinct in kind of the different communities with sub-communities within this. And so we see like the folks who are very much like Twine is their thing, which is kind of a choose your own adventure style presentation, versus the people who are like Parser for Life, who I very much understand. I'm aware of the Narrascope conference. I am. It's coming up, isn't it, Audio Eric? Or has it already happened? I don't know when it is. And then like those folks who are very much like I had this big long discussion. We had it on I have a Discord for the Interactive Fiction Club, and there was an intense discussion that was really just wild, because it started because somebody was talking about save scumming in adventure games, right? And how save scumming is bad. You don't save and then constantly have to reload every time you fail. I am full. And I was like, no, it's not a bad thing to come into a situation where like, okay, this is a puzzle, or this is a place where I might die. I need to save my game. Because if we don't do that in an adventure game, that requires a lot of backtracking, especially in a graphical adventure game. And so we have to find ways to engage in that. So when you play like a traditional text adventure game, it's built in that way. It's designed that way, where you're supposed to save for a new encounter of puzzles and to better understand it. Because this person's stance was, and they're not bad for this stance, but there was like, it's immersion breaking, because in real life you don't have save games. You can't do that. And it's like, okay, well, this is interesting because we have I played Lost Vikings? I have. That is a great game. Lost Vikings is fantastic. Oh, I'm in for a treat. Is that the history of the dwarves? Oh no. Oh, okay, and now we're fighting the big guys. We're fighting the big boys. Sorry, so the thing with they're designed this way to do so, and talk about immersion, right? Immersion doesn't equal realism. Immersion is what makes a person connect, right? It's the ways that we connect with a game. And for that person in particular, it was realism. So they were kind of playing an adventure game, like a hardcore survival game, and I can see the appeal for that for some people. There's nothing wrong with that, but like, immersion definitely has this weird connotation behind it, where a lot of people have this expectation that immersion means that it's realism, that it's very realistic. Oh, the graphics look like real forests, and so realistic that it's obviously immersive. And it's like, no. In reality, when you have like dense graphical things before you, it's the opposite of immersion. It's something that will make it impossible for you to parse your location. Audio Eric cannot type. It's past your bedtime, Audio Eric. That's why you can't type right now. Minecraft is one of the most immersive games out there, and it keeps exactly. Immersion means any time that you are playing a game where you are not aware that of your surroundings, of like life. That you're so invested in that space that you don't see time pass. Being engrossed. It's about believability. Exactly. Are the character but how that achieves what we have that determines that. Oh my god, my poor pet is probably bringing a lot of death on us. I'm sorry. Stanky, I'm sorry, buddy. What it means is just that ability for us to be able to connect with the software. So, if it is well written, or if it is engaging mechanics, we're getting bogus. Quiet, you. Then it is immersive, and everybody has different criteria for that. For some people, what they find the most immersive is that realism. For some people, like, they'll play a survival game that is like, oh, I have to build this house. That's going to take me 32 real in-game hours. Real world hours to finish, and like, they love it. There's nothing wrong with that. There isn't. There's something for everybody, right? And that's just something for them in particular. But it's so interesting to be able to recognize those things, to differentiate those things, and really see people's perspective on what it is that they do and do not value. So we're talking about save scumming and how it's immersive breaking for this person. And it got us into this big conversation about like text adventures, interactive fiction, and modern interactive fiction, and what's its role in the industry. And it's just so wild to watch an interactive fiction community that is just like, oh, it's only for hobbyists. You can't make a commercial product. Don't do that. And it's like, it was like streaming. And I discussed it like that. It was like streaming. That it is a lot of folks who do like retro game streams and stuff like this. Most of the people that come into retro game streams are other retro game streamers. It's not always 100%, obviously, but like a lot of times that community is engaging with itself, right? And that's it. How do you reach out to other people then who aren't retro game enthusiasts, and streaming in particular? And that's the same thing that interactive fiction people, the problems that they're facing is they're making games for interactive fiction people. How do you make a game that has appeal outside of the genre, outside of the fan base? How do you present the genre in a way that is accepted? And I've talked a lot about interactive fiction and its need to make some changes in its design philosophy, in changing how we design them, having multimedia. You can have, when we played Gateway had cutscenes. Gateway had music and sound and just even moments of graphical like interactions and manipulables. I should have write adventures because I use words like manipulables. And how that doesn't sacrifice its identity as a text adventure / interactive fiction, and in fact it emboldens it because it offers you such a unique experience. And modern IF needs to not across the board, obviously, but needs to be. For those that don't know, these are the 3 Lost Vikings. Oh my god. This quest, get to kill the dwarves. No way, I would not kill these. It's about time you showed up. I was in danger of losing a bet with Olaf. He wagered that his beard would grow to his knees before he saw another living dwarf. Well, here you are. And as you can see, Olaf's beard has a few more inches to go. I'll split the winnings with you. Now for the task at hand. There's a secret chamber, the Chamber of Kazmul, that must be explored. The problem is that the chamber is behind a huge locked door. It's a lucky thing I know how to open it. I've described everything in my journal here on the table. My band and I are stuck here for now, so you bogus must find the Chamber of Kazmul for us. Read my journal, explore the chamber, and report to Prospector Stormpike in the Explorers Guild.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Oh god, we're reading books. Do you feel that modern IF should have parser input? Not necessarily, Audio Eric, because let me read this real quick. Let me read this journal quick. I found a method to enter the Chamber of Kazmul. Take the medallion of Nikiv from my chest. Defeat the Trog Revelish in the chamber before the map room and retrieve the shafted soul. Join the medallion and the shaft into the staff of Prehistoria. Use the staff in the map room to unlock the door of the Chamber of Kazmul. You're right, it is Indiana Jones. Okay, so where do you get this medallion? I don't think it needs it. What it needs to have, IF needs to have, is so it's complicated. Because I don't want to feel like I'm diminishing a lot of people's work, because I do feel that there's a place and importance of those kind of more linear interactive stories, some that use twine, that are very linear in their decision making in stories. It's very short, stuff, but it's very intimate stories. They're very interesting and engaging. You can make long and compelling games. You can make an 8-hour text adventure / interactive fiction and make it compelling. And what you need is just a better grasp in design. And that's the major problem that we have. Is that there are a ton of people who are hobbyists. The ones that have been incredibly financially successful, or at least the ability to create a published product. There's only one medallion. See if you can trade it to Bogus. I think so too. Really? There's only one? Oh no. Probably can't trade. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Oh, you can totally trade. Totally traded. Okay, sorry, let's go. Sorry. But those people, they had the writing chops, the confidence, and the ability to create more complex design, puzzle design, and to make it something that's engaging and interesting. Also utilizes different multimedia. So make that stuff compelling. I talk about parsers all the time and why parsers are important. They're not mandatory for interactive fiction, and far from that, because I talked about the virtues of what makes a parser engaging and interesting. And one of the biggest things is just NPC interaction. A thing that IF does not do very often is have interaction with NPCs. But besides, like, give thing to that person. Like, they don't do it very often at all. Alright, so this is the shaft. Okay. So I'm going to need that. Okay, so the pally is straight ahead. And what do I have to do with this? Sorry. Hold them on. Reclaim treasures. Someone clip that. What? Pally's up ahead. What do I do with that? What do I do with the shaft? I'm considering where the line is between IF and visual novel. The past 10 minutes of me just rambling incoherently, trying to juggle a lot of conversations while also trying not to botch the dungeon just by my presence here. Oh, it is the shaft. I need that. I need the shaft. So like visual novel would be more like the visual novel I would say is far more the actual visual novels, like the ones highly inspired by Japanese manga, and Eastern game design. Like that stuff is visual novels, you know. And then Twine, these things typically have, and that is not always the case. I don't know. I'm following Saka. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just following Sakura. Again, more inspired by Western choose your own adventure style books. And then you have the parsers, which are inspired by Infocom and you know, Colossal Cave and these sorts of things. But it's fascinating to watch these inspirations become like kind of a wholly untouchable design philosophy. So when you're working with a parser, typically when you play with something with like Inform for development or and such, you are limited to the same kind of interactions that you would experience from old school Infocom style games. It's wild because I enjoy TADS as a design tool. And it's not as popular amongst interactive fiction folk because it's C# heavy. Is that how you say it? It's called C#. But it's because also like you're able to have complex NPC interaction that isn't. I don't need the Jouster's quest, right? Yeah, I don't think so. You can have complex NPC interaction. You can have a variety of more complex interactables with the environment, and it isn't as complicated as it may seem. But you can do things and have conversations with NPCs that are really engaging and interesting. So you can have more complex interactions with them that go against what is typically considered standard with the norm with Infocom games. And I just look. I've talked about it ad nauseum. EverQuest and how you interact with NPCs is just so indicative of what makes parsers so engaging. That ability to have these conversations and listen and really like digest the information being given to you by them, and retaining that information is because of its parser and its simplistic application of the parser. Look, a text parser should not be complicated. A text parser should not be a situation where you can do anything. It should have its restraints and its limits, and it should allow you to be able to keep things under control. Oh, this is the map room. The map room. Okay, so what do I do? Hold on. Gotta attach it to the shaft. Attaching to the shaft. Okay. He's one bad mother. Okay. Now, where do I put this? Where do I put my rod? Have a good night, Earl. It's an absolute pleasure. I'm sorry if I was ranting incoherently. I'm trying to do two things at once. It's weird when your brain is. Points at yonder. Yonder? Yonder, like here? Like right here? Right here? For bold clape. Oh, shoot. Okay. Where do I put this? Tell me where to stick it. Tell me where to stick my rod. Right in front of me. Oh. Stick it in the hole. Stick my rod in the hole. Got it. Gotta take some screenshots. Man, I wish we had more. Ooh. Hello. Is this the end? I feel like this would be the end, right? Oh no, okay, this is only the beginning. We aren't halfway done. Oh my god. This is the start? Oh god. I have a life to live. I have a life to live. Let's see. What are the things that I have to do in here? Okay, gotta explode the chamber. Okay, explode the chamber. Don't forget to do that. Man, my fingers. Have a wonderful night, Audio Eric. Sadly, I'll Susie away. Thanks for the stream in the chat. See you next time. As always, Audio Eric, it's a pleasure. Have a good night and enjoy. Thank you so much for coming in. Help? 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 Okay, I'll pull them in here. Sorry. It's fine, they're dead. It's fine. It's fine, they're dead. So this is my first time here in Oldemon. It is absolutely Indiana Jones. So now what do we do now that they're dead? Oh, we continue in Endurium Mineral. We spent like an hour doing the quest before getting in here. I have a rod. Shrike bat. I was gonna say on the plus side, what are we now? We're level 38. We're doing great. We'll turn on all the quests. We'll hit 39 before this is all done and over. Ooh. Mystery meat. Mystery meat. I gotta feed my pet. Mystery meat. Gotta. Oh, repossession of an old man. Bear with me, I'm almost 40. I'll be 40 this year. Feed my pet. There's 3 set bosses we can do now. Okay. Okay, we're on the bus. Okay, curious. Take on me. Dorks. Beautiful Sakura. Now I'm not talking about text adventures all the day. Now I can focus on World of Warcraft. Unless we're talking about MMO design, and then we can get talking about other things. I've recently been on a major tirade because there's an MMO that had closed down like about 2 years ago. And there's no private server, of course. It takes a lot of work to get private servers going. A lot of reverse engineering of server code and that sort of stuff. And a lot of trial and error that's just incredibly challenging and difficult for so many people. And it takes a lot of work. But the community for that MMO, there was a person who came in and was like, I have the answer. I have the answer, guys. It's easy. It's so simple. Have you guys not been reading the news? We don't have to reverse engineer this game. We can literally just tell an AI to build us an MMO server code. Have an AI design 3D assets. Have an AI rebuild this game from the ground up. And we can just remake it so that we won't have to come across any copyright infringement issues or any takedowns. It's really simple. It's really simple. I literally have been able to start programming without having any knowledge in this stuff. That's another exit / entrance. Okay. And I was just like, I can't. And then like everyone else was like, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's start working on that. How many fingers does a human have? Yeah, 12 per hand. Exactly. And like that just hurt my brain, my heart, all of it. Going this way? Going this way. Hurt my brain and my heart. And it didn't stop there though. It didn't stop there. Because somebody came up in a different group to talk about writing in games and the potential, or not the potential, the future is now, of AI writing and creating dialogue for NPCs, but to do so on like generations. So like it will create NPCs and dynamic dialogue on the fly for you. And this is like, stop, just stop, please. I'm begging you, hands and knees right now. Just please stop. I need you. That would be good for games with a lot of non-important NPCs. Yeah, I need you to understand that if you want in any way to build a compelling world, you have to handcraft it. You have to. The moment that an MMO gets announced and it shows its procedurally generated world, it's not interesting. It's not interesting. It's not compelling. It's not good. Just stop. Just stop. It doesn't have to be about lore. Maybe it just says hello. Yeah, but like, Go to the next room and turn right. What does this mean? This room? Go into this room and turn right. Okay. Sorry, just replace the nothing. I don't... But there's the thing, though. Can you be sure that the thing it's going to say is appropriate? Is it going to be fitting into that world? And if you're at the point where you are having to put in a lot of information that is going to have it give something that is going to be appropriate, then, oh Jesus, a lot of scorpions. Then at that point, why aren't you just writing it by hand then at that point? Why aren't you just writing it by hand? Because at that point, all the information you have to give it and all the stuff to make it work and react properly, you could have just wrote it. Ooh. I'll read that. Hello, person.
What can I do?
Enchanting trainer. Hello. There it says, I'm going to need this. That's okay. Need if you need. I'm going to sit in this chair. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I just think it's... Well, I know how I feel about it. I think it's just... It's not helpful.
Fantastic.
Burn the belly witch! So stupid. I'm not an AI guy. I'm an old man. But like... You can't... Perspective is important. Perspective is so important. I've talked about this a million times. What's the most important thing in this world is perspective. It allows us insight into other people's world and their feelings and these things that help define them and the reasons behind the decisions and drive their determination, these things that drive them. It's the most invaluable and important thing, and AI removes that perspective completely. And yeah, it's fun to play around in, but it does not replace perspective. So people will have life experiences that would be then completely nullified if they were replaced, and not nullified in reality. They would just be lost comparatively. It's just, that's gone now. Instead, people would prefer this thing because it's cheaper and it's easier, but it doesn't make it more worthwhile, doesn't make it more fulfilling. And that's the sort of stuff that I think is just incredibly valuable. We should be playing games to connect. Be it a situation where we're trying to connect mechanically or we're trying to connect narratively. And if you don't have that connection, most of the time when you're trying to connect, there's a human element to that connection. There's something there that was built by a person who says, I think that people will get something out of this, that they'll get some sort of entertainment, they'll get some sort of enjoyment, they will have learned something or just gained something. And with an AI, it's just like, I was told to provide a story about a dragon. I was told to provide a story about love. And like, that's it. And that's what you got. Ooh, fancy. It does not make it for perspective, human perspective. Because that's how we connect to that stuff. It's only 11:30. My brain thought it was 12 something earlier. I looked at the clock and it said 12. I felt that was going crazy. I was like, it's so late, guys. How are we going to do this? It's only level 30. We're fine. You'll be level 30 soon, Sakura. It's okay. Nope. He doesn't realize. No, I don't. I don't realize. I want to know what's the... I got some kind of fancy rock. I'm wondering what that's for. Oh. Oh, okay. I'll take it. I'll take it, Sakura. Small bat skull. Don't need it, thank you. I got a fancy rock. Endurium ore, okay. Interesting. It's not a quest item, so I'm good with that at least. Let's see. Yeah, because we've talked before about connection. Oh my god. We talked before about connection and how that works. We don't have... I didn't make any bombs lately, have I? I haven't made any bombs at all. I'm not doing my bomb job. What that mystery meat? Yeah, I talk about connection, human experience, and how that's valuable. Because that's why we play games. Why I play games. I play games to connect. I don't play games for just mindless escapism. That's never been never been a motivation for me. I always play games to find ways to connect, not just with people, but with software. In this instance, it's typically we're playing these games to connect with each other, right? Everybody's kind of working together. We have this little guild. We have this camaraderie. Sakura's in this. Kuno's in this. Modwolf's in this. Everybody, who's in the chat is like participating in some way, and that's magical and awesome. But also to connect with the software. And when you do that sort of stuff, you're connected with software. It's written by a person, but there's that interactive element that makes it more engaging. It's a person telling a story. It's a person who is trying to engage you, and how effective or not effective that is, is part of the reason behind like why is that game good or bad for us in particular, for our assessment of these games. So I just think that having AI kind of take out another portion of the criteria for how we can act, it doesn't help it. It doesn't increase the value in this. I'm weird though. I'm weird. Ooh, Shadow for Archaeologist. It's a Shadow Nick. Galgan Firehammer by Thracian's Beard slay them. This is a dense room, my god. We got this, though. We got this. Nice. Nope. Inventory's full. Why do I have so much stuff in my inventory? Get rid of that. We don't need that nonsense. My bracer situation. Stamina. I'll need it. And I'll pass on that. Don't need that. Interesting. Did I get those bracers? Empty venom sack. Oh, they got them nice. Baton got the bracers nice. Wouldn't have to be about lore. Oh, sorry. Yeah, hello. No replacing handcrafting, just replacing nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Nothing has changed in chat. I act as if like something dramatical has changed. Nothing has changed in chat. How's everybody doing, by the way? Never a dull moment with Stanky. Never. It's the stank. That is the key to his charm. Oh. We're getting there, almost 39, almost 39. When we get all these quests done, geez, I'll probably be able to hit 40. My god. There's so many. Get stanky. Love this giant excavation site. I love all this. This is my jam. I'm digging this. Yeah, how's everybody's weekend go? I hope it well. My daughter, she turned 8 today. Her 8th birthday. We had a blast. We were able to get her a movie theater, a local movie theater out here, rented out for her. So she turned 8, and we saw the Mario movie, and with friends and what little family we have, and had folks come in, and she had no idea. She had no clue. It was a surprise for her, and they had her name up in the marquee and everything, and it was just such a glorious time. She was so happy. And it's something that she needed to, because we were in, she's gone through so much stuff. It's insane. I was happy that she was able to have something good. She was so happy. You have no idea, Sakura. And the movie's great. It's so funny. Like, I was looking at reviews for this and what people were saying about the movie. And so many critics kind of panned it for being like, oh, there's so many references that... so much style and not enough substance, and all this like talk about, oh, they have a lot of weird references all over the place, but they don't really have much of a plot. There's not much going on. It's not complicated. And I was like, Bose, god damn it, we have the same accent. It's true. Why would you say? What did I say? That was the same accent. Because critics hate it, general audiences enjoy it. I have to say about Mario and the movie, why these critics like didn't like it, because they talk about these details, but like I watched one of my VODs that came back to your channel. I was taking it back. Exactly, dude. It's Michigan, baby. These people like are those who are just trained when they're watching this movie to look for the little bits and bobs, and so then they don't listen to the plot. They don't enjoy the movie. They're just too ingrained in having to find the Easter eggs And then they're like, there's too many Easter eggs, and it detracted from the story. Of course, because you're a person who can't shut that off. You're a crazy person who can't shut it off. All right, so let's see. I got 101, 119. Oh my gosh. I'll leave that for someone else if they want it. Dang, there's some pants. I'll pass on them. I'll pass on the oilskin leggings. Sakura says you shouldn't pass on this. But yeah, dude, Michigan. It's just how we are. We're Michigan folk, man. We're Midwesterners. This is how we do. Sakura says you should take the leggings. You need the leggings. I'm shorter than Bogus. Oh my god, you're so short. How did you... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You are so cute. Adorable. Hold on. There it is. Right there. Oh, God. Stanky. Stanky. There we go. I got you guys. What were you watching? What was... Yeah, TKK, I have a question. So I'm guessing you watch your VODs then. Like, I don't know, man. I watch my VODs. I was stay-at-home dad full-time, so I'm like headphones on, and I'm just like listening and be like, oh my god, I'm such an idiot. 90% of the time, what are you talking about? What are you doing? And other times I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. Pocket palette and give them more mana time. And like I do podcast stuff, so like I love talking about video games, and I will listen to my own podcasts. I don't worry about the sound of my own voice, because at a certain point I did 100%. I say this as my voice is cracking and I need water. I'm just not getting it because I hate myself. I used to as a kid, but now I don't care. Like that's such a a teenager thing to be grumpy about. Like I can't listen to myself talk. I sound so dumb. Okay, are you 12? Is that what it is? Are you going through puberty and you can't handle it? Are you not used to like comfortable with just talking in general? Because I'm very much like, you know what? I sound weird. That's okay. I like the things I'm saying. I believe in the things I'm saying. I love that stuff so much. Like, I love talking games. Like, I wish above all else that I could... What am I screenshotting? Oh, this? Oh, I gotta screenshot this. Holy crap, I do. You're right. You're so right. Why aren't I screenshotting that? There it is. Look at that. That's beautiful. So I bought a $200 microphone to emphasize how weird I sound and how everybody else loves the sound of your voice. And so, like, well, then what does that say? What does that say? If everybody digs the sound of your voice, I need to give me dude, I wish I had money. I do not. I do not. I wish I, like, oh my god, no. But, oh, train. I love talking video games more than anything. I love video games of every genre, of every generation, of all types and sizes. Oh god, I did something I should have done today. Come here, Stanky. Come here, buddy. It's okay. And I love talking about them endlessly. I think about them all of the time. Oh my god, I just killed an area. Well, that was my bad. I mean, Stanky. Bad polar bear. Yeah, I mean, I literally, as a kid, you know, playing games, I'm going to need that Star Ruby. Because I need it for a bunch of my recipes. Must have had low health and not notice. even as a kid, I would always think about like, why do I like this? What is about this that I enjoy? What about this do I not enjoy? And then taking these games that were like typically people would just think like, oh, these are terrible games, these aren't fun, and then like finding the rhythm in that game and finding the groove that makes it fun, and then being like, oh no, you hadn't tapped into it. There's a game on the Sega Genesis. It is Cyborg Justice. It is a game that is very weird and ambitious. You have a robot. You make loadouts with like your arms and leg parts, and they all give you different abilities, and you can like rip off parts of enemies and stuff like that. And people are like, oh, the controls are really clunky. It's just not responsive and not fun. And I used to play it a ton as a kid. Be like, I'm gonna figure this out. Get some bogus. His backspace is lacking. I know, right? No, my backspace is not lagging. I have so much garbage. And at a point when I was a kid, I like all of a sudden did one thing, got the rhythm right on a certain aspect of the game, and I was like, yep, no, the game's fun. This game's fun. I figured out how to get the super jump working on the double jump with these legs, and like getting the torso pulls off of enemies, getting that right, and like how to just get the timing and rhythm on all that stuff down. And it made the game insanely fun. At a time when I was like, this game is bad. It's not fun. And I kept trying. Like, I'm gonna make it fun. And I brute forced my way into like understanding the way it was designed, and ended up being really enjoyable and really engaging. But like, there's a lot of games out there that people will play and are like, no, this is terrible, this is hot garbage. And then it's like, it's not. It didn't hit the rhythm. All video games are rhythm games. All video games are rhythm games. Everything has an internal rhythm. Everything has a style, a beats per measure, and like all of this stuff. And once you tap into that, once you figure it out and get like used to that, only then do you really start to get the broader picture of how this game is meant to be played. And you find that stuff in places that you don't normally see. And it's just funny when you see these situations where people will play a game and immediately write it off as being hot garbage. And it's like, yeah, it's unconventional to your rhythm. It's not something that you sink into. You know, this game is running in a 6/8 time signature at like 200 beats per minute. And it's like, and you're a 4/4 kind of guy. It's okay. You go play Virtual Fighter, and then it's just like, it's fucking jazz. There's no rhyme or reason behind any of this. Just play it the way you want. It's like, this is what makes it so beautiful. God, I wish people could play Virtual Fighter more. I wish Virtual Fighter had the love that Tekken and Street Fighter have. Because there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. It is absolute art. And should be loved and admired. Because it's a love letter to martial arts. It's a love letter to all these things. Am I doing this? Ready? Yes. Let's get the camera up and zoomed out. I can't. Are you ready? Yes? 1 second. Okay, my bad. Oh. And so I really hope that folks, when approaching games, really come at it from the mindset of it being a rhythm game. How do I get this rhythm to work right? And you'll find that people who don't have like a natural rhythm will typically struggle in these types of games, in video games in general. They'll play them, love them, but struggle with them. And And it takes a lot of extra work for them to get that because they don't have that rhythm. And so they have to learn that stuff. And if you come into the perspective of it is a rhythm game, how do we teach people that rhythm who don't have it? And you do stuff like what you do with the recent game that came out in January, that rhythm beat 'em up game. You have these visual representations. You use animation. And this kind of gut feel that you can kind of provide for players. And give leeway to their inputs so that they don't have to have rhythm to get this stuff out specifically. Atomic Atomist says, yeah, I remember that fight. By the way, it's good to see you. This is my first time playing this, so like I don't know. I'm just along for the ride. That's it. Me and Stanky. These poor guys. Yeah, we're doing Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and it's a good time. It's a good time. Yeah, free server. War main is it? It's a 1x classic server. It is not classic. Okay, sorry, it is not classic, but it is more classic than the current classic servers are. That better sound right. I don't even know if it is, but I've enjoyed this immensely. It is not official. No, no. Do no official nonsense. Classic is Blizzard's branding. Oh, is that what it is? Classic, in quotes. Oh my god. That's the dumbest thing ever. That's fucking Coke saying Coke Classic. Classic is a trademark. That's hot. You can't say that's hot. That's owned by Paris Hilton. How are you doing, by the way, Atomic? What have you been up to? What have you been playing lately? Anything good? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long while. Oh my gosh. Nope. Earth and stone. Is this guy naked? Are you naked? You look kind of naked, dude. You're just wearing a WWE belt. Playing squad. I'll do something in real life today. Oh, of course I did, Ryan. My God, I always forget that you're Ryan. I am so dumb. I saw you literally today. I am so dumb. I'm not a smart man. We were talking Blockbuster earlier. You missed it. Talking Blockbuster days. Like, do you remember Frank? Ryan was the person I worked with at Blockbuster. Do you remember Frank? I don't know if you do. I'm curious. I wonder if you still remember these things, because I hold on to these things very dearly. You don't remember Frank? Oh, he was the old professor who was retired, quote unquote retired, who would always come in like sweatpants, and he was like a crazy person, but his wife was like the nicest lady, and he called Alexis the N-word a lot, and Alexis, yeah, it was her friend Alexis. She was she's a really great director of music videos and stuff in local bands. A customer, yeah. Oh my God. He was the worst. He'd constantly call Alexis the N-word. It was insane. I couldn't believe it. Natasha. You remember Natasha? Love Natasha. I hope she's okay. Natasha was this little old lady with a dog that wished to work there, and she was the strangest. The strangest lady in the world. It was both beloved and infuriating to no end, because like it had two German shepherds and like told like, hey, we gotta meet these quotas, you gotta make sure everybody's kind of on point, we're gonna get secret shopped. And Natasha's like upsell was literally like, don't spend your money here, go somewhere else. And like that was her upsell. And yeah, she kept her German shepherds in her car in the summer, and like Okay, this is gonna be real tough, says Ormney. Okay. What do we gotta do? What do we gotta do? Kazgorat's seat. Click this pedestal when ready. If anything's on you, run to me and I'll pick it up. Okay. Maybe I should feed my pet. Oh, anyone want some fire-breathing chili? I have some fire-breathing chili. It looks like there's a lot of ads. Look at these guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, I see them blinking. Oh my god, I see them blinking. Hold on. I see them blinking. Okay, Neria wants some fire-breathing chili. You got some fire-breathing chili. Have both, apparently. Whoops. Have both. Ready! I think he's gonna pull them ads. This isn't terrifying. This isn't terrifying. We're fine. That screenshot. Oh, need everyone. Oops. I don't know how this works. Get him, Stanky. Defend the discs of Tron? Focus on the ads, okay. Focusing on the ads. What if we kill him real quick? He's almost dead. Beautiful. The rock pounder. Rock pounder. Oh, look at the treasure. Hi, Lord Keeper Norganon. Salutations. My function is to offer access to, and when permissible, insight into more information regarding the creator synthesis of the earth and on the world designed in Astaroth. What now? I'm ready to share this information with you now at your leisure. Okay, share it with me then. Share it with me. I can't do this thing. Am I too low? Oh, sad face. I'll have to do this again. Solist, welcome, by the way, to the channel. It's a pleasure to have you. Welcome. I'm Bogus Meat Factory. I'm a variety streamer, so I play a lot of everything. New, old, you name it. I play it. And we're playing Wrath of the Lich King. It's a fan-run free server. This would be hardcore, yeah. No, I don't know what's the difference. Oh, it's got the PvP, like the war main is what it is, but I talked to the statue. He says and so yeah, PvP's in there. So low. I'm actually pretty new to to World of Warcraft. So like I used to play a lot of other MMOs. So I played EverQuest 2. I played Matrix Online during this time, and so I never really got to play WoW. Giving it on a shot now, which has been very enjoyable. Yep. Those noobs need to get good. Get you'd. So we walking? I guess I can just hearth back. Or do we have... Oh, we have quest to turn. I'm dumb. New Paladin multi-box for transport. There you go. Played WoW and dial-up. It was terrible. Yeah, see, I did EverQuest, the original EverQuest, and dial-up. What we doing? Oh, hold on. Hold on. We gotta get picture. Picture time. Picture time. Picture time. Everyone line up. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Yes. Yes. The light shine. Smile. There you go. There you go. There's the team. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will do the same. Bam. The light shines! Yeah, that's our thing, man. Dude, I've been enjoying this to death. We can turn it into furbolgs. Just for fun. Why not, right? I've been enjoying like exploring this game and kind of seeing what makes it work for people. Why is this such a dominating franchise and entry into MMORPGs? What makes it so compelling, and how has it shaped the landscape over time? I mean, the biggest thing that I have to say from my experience with this so far is that I feel like World of Warcraft is impeccably paced at this stage of the game. There's always making great progress, and we're always leveling up a little bit each time that I play. But like not too much to the point where it feels completely invaluable or like worthwhile. It just doesn't feel worthwhile because you're just like, okay, well, I played for an hour and I got up 10 levels. Oh, you know. And so everything feels like you're just making this great incremental progress so that you can digest and understand like what you're doing and where you're going and how you're progressing through the areas. That's I think its biggest strength for World of Warcraft in general against its competitors. You look at something like the original EverQuest, and pacing is so slow. It's not a bad game. I love the original EverQuest, but its pacing is so stupidly slow. And then you look at modern games, so many modern MMOs, and the problem that you experience there is just that everything is just so fast, and nothing is of any challenge at that point. And here, our overall challenge experience is pretty minimal in the grand scheme of things, but that's typically because like we're playing in groups, and we're always like I'm always got somebody with me. I'm not typically soloing around. I've got Sakura, I've got Wormney, I've got Neria, like I've got people who are always part of that. And so that helps. That makes it a lot easier, but like it's been an interesting journey for sure, to say the least.
How are you?
You've seen the Chamber of Kazmul? Amazing.
Think you can get it inside mine?
I think I can get it inside yours, Craig Ferguson. With luck, your findings will incite our leaders to renew their efforts to retake Oldemon. And if it is ever again under Ironforge control, then the secrets of the Chamber of Kazmul will be ours. So we choose our reward. I mean, oh, it sells for that much. Here's the thing. Like, yeah, this will sell for $1.50, right? But I want the Explorers League Lodestar.
Be good.
It has 15 pages of dialogue. Oh, I can't wait to talk to him.
Great to meet you.
We're all able to... Yeah, we slapped around those trogs. Some doors may treasure the luster of metal, and some may treasure the glint of gems. But a stout arm without a treasured stein in hand is hardly a stout arm at all.
Safe travels.
Done? Okay, what else have we got turned in here? Egmont. Okay, so... Lochmodan. Where is he? Who is this guy? Oh, he tells me there. Oh, he's him. Okay. Take Kimberto's thing. Solution to do return to... Okay, that's what I gotta do. Got it. Got it. Going to Lochmodan again. I love lore dumps. And it's sad that I'm not high enough level to get that lore dump. It makes me sad. I want that lore dump so bad. Whee! Whee! Alright.
Great to meet you. Safe travels.
Yeah, dial-up times on the internet was a wonderful time. Oh, the wonderful rubber banding that was just insane. The amount of rubber banding in that era of gaming was just the worst. Because like for us, we had internet was long distance for us for the longest time, and then there was a certain point where they had changed like the area code crossover the lines, and so this other area that used to be long distance for us to call in wasn't anymore, so we're able to get dial-up internet from there, and but only after 9 p.m. because somebody might call, and that was our time to it. Need that during that fight for the boss. Those 4 big dudes were dishing out some crazy AoE. Oh, interesting. Yeah, my brain did not register a single thing that was happening to us. I was just going bang, bang, bang. And so yeah, so our access to the internet was weird then, and seeing all that crazy like the effects of it, because it also was dial-up, but it was also dial-up from a sizable distance. Clang, clang, clang. Rang the bells? I don't know lyrics. Oh. What does Gak Heel Touch have to say? Excuse me, Mr. Heel Touch? I just gotta turn these in.
What's on your mind?
What? I had picked this. I swear I did. Oh, we'll accept it, so we're gonna go back there again. Just soon. We'll get there soon. I swear I had talked to that guy and accepted that quest before. Ninja looting. We're closer to the carrot on the stick. What's the carrot on the stick? It's in the shimmering flats. A surprise. It's good. You'll love it. Oh, I gotta go to the excavation site. Duh. Yeah. Curious. I'm so curious. By the way, and I'm sorry, I've not been saying this at all. We are doing a charity. Look at this. Look at this. Wonderful organization, the Combat King, a wonderful streamer and local Michigan resident, has been organized a group of people to form the Streamers Against Child Abuse. So in Child Abuse Prevention Month, we're raising money for an organization called Ozone House out of Ypsilanti, which offers shelter, so places to stay, food, and resources to get things like jobs and this sort of thing, and driver's license and identification for children who are victims of homelessness. And it's a wonderful, wonderful organization that if you're ever interested in donating to, we'd greatly appreciate it. We had a goal set of 4,400. As you can see, we have broken that. We have hit 4,500, which is awesome. And then we set a new goal of 5,500. TKK has decided that he will be doing a 27-hour straight stream because of it, in celebration of such a fantastic goal.
Talk to me.
And it's fantastic. So if you're interested in donating, follow the link. Look at some of the incentives. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. If we hit the 5,000 mark, I am in for doing a CPU versus CPU tournament of a game called Asuka 120% on the Sega Saturn, which is a very ridiculous and outrageous all girls school fighting game. And if you haven't been privy to any of my CPU versus CPU tournaments before, it is a sight to behold. It's fantastic. There's a narrative, there's story that gets involved, and we sit there and place bets with channel points on the victors, and it is an absolute hoot. I love it so much. It's so much fun. Okay, just fly to Tannerus and walk through the entrance to the north into the Shimmering Flats. Got it. Did you find those urns? Link between them and the Trogs. Well done. With luck and diligence, we'll find whatever link exists between the Trogs and these ancient artifacts. You've done a great deed for the Prospectors, Bogus. Your efforts will not be forgotten, and neither will Agamond. Okay with 39. Alright, now we go turn in the other stuff. Following. Yeah, it's a fantastic organization. It's one that is really dedicated to helping people locally. It's really worth people's time, worth people's money, and it's something that is so beneficial towards people in need. It's not, just this weird generic, we're helping people. It's very much like, hey, this is what we're doing. This is our mission. This is our goal. And it's something that's achievable for the size of the organization. They're such a great group of people. It's really worth it. A level 50 quest. Ooh, is it that tough? Fast and Furious. Journeyman riding skill. Well, I guess you get that when you hit, what, 40? So this one to turn in and this one to turn in. I still gotta get scrap metal and large stone slab. Okay. Can't wait. Can't wait. Oh, that's easy. I mean, I got 50 right now, I think. Yeah, I got 59 right now on me. And then we're wrapping this up. We're going to be wrapping this up soon. Once I get all these quests turned in, get my skills and stuff like this, and we'll raid on to somebody else. I'd say it was a bad day, but this isn't the Badlands. Every day's a bad day. Hammertoe's amulet? I think my spirits were higher when I thought he was dead. Knowing for sure only makes the pain worse. The amulet was his life's work. I can't let his death be in vain. KK. Who would know what to do? Historian Karnak, that's it. He's an Ironforge. Be able to help. He and Amberto were working together to find the lost artifacts of Wildemon. Guess the Shadowforge found out the two of them knew more than they were letting on. Tell Karnak what's happened to Amberto. Give him the amulet. He'll tell you what to do next.
Be good.
Oh, fun. And then we gotta go to this dude over here. This nozzle. I got my cool flaming axe now. I don't normally do two-handed, but I'll do it this time. The fiery war axe, dude. That's wild. The pet's name is End My Life. Oh boy.
How are ya?
Oh boo.
Hi.
Fortune's with us, thank you.
See you
Yep.
soon.
Cool. Aha, that's it.
What can I do for ya?
Oh, dang it.
You got my attention. Great to meet you.
Tablet tells much, but not enough. Not nearly enough. There's a book, a digest that Yagin wrote in ages past. The people I fled, they kept this book in many places, and their most learned study it. Holds vast knowledge. Knowledge to protect us. Go to Garrick Bone Grip. He's in a shop in Ironforge at the Forlorn Cavern. Show him this sigil, and he'll think you one of them. Ask him for Yagin's digest and bring it back to me.
Watch your back.
For sure. And then all that stuff is just a reagent run. Okay, cool. Prospect of Faith. Yep, take the thing back. Take that back. Good. Yeah, we did fantastic. Alright. Gotta head back. Go back to Ironforge, get my skills and stuff, and then call it a night. Because it's what, 2:30? 12:30? Okay. We're making good time. I got mail from Sakura too. I didn't even know. I didn't even notice. Sakura and water, please. What do I got my inventory? What is my inventory looking like right now? Mystery meat. You think it's mostly just meat? I'll take mystery meat. It's mostly mystery meat. You know it is. I can't carry any of that. Can't carry any of it. Poor inventory. My poor inventory. I don't even know what I got here. I got so much to sell. Like, this stuff's gonna sell for stuff for me. Hardened leather pants. Sakura, I needed 2 inlaid mithril cylinders. You only gave me 1. I gave you materials for 2.
Want some rye?
Of course you do. Of course I do, my wolf. I gave you material for 2. You only gave me 1. An Endurium ore. I haven't had that before. I don't know what that's like. This is a memento for me. I love the Explorers League. I'm like, yes, I like this. Oh my gosh. The deep grind. Welcome to the deep grind. I need lots of flame sacks is what I need. Flame sacks. Endless amounts of flame sacks. So if I come back tomorrow, if I stream tomorrow, it's not going to be WoW. I have to start up and play Zork Nemesis, a wonderful FMV adventure game set in the Zork universe. It's a little darker. It's not as comedic, although it is. Just calm down. A lot of people say it's really dark and sad and mysterious and stuff like this, and I love it. It's such a fantastic game, and it doesn't get the rep that it deserves. Playing it for the Adventure Game Club, which my good friend Mike runs, and we'll probably start that game tomorrow if I have time to stream. It's weird. I got so much stuff to do. Because I got that to do. I have to play Counterfeit Monkey, which is a wonderful text adventure game. Interactive fiction. It's considered one of the best ever. And I'm really curious to see how that is. You're so cool. So cool. So fast. So majestic. What a fast little elephant you have there. So yeah, we'll probably start that. And then at some point we have to finish our dating sim rhythm game on the DS. That's fine. At some point, as if we'll ever get to that. We'll get it someday. Because I have to keep going with that wheel. The wheel of DS games. There's so many.
Here there. Watch your back.
Oh, I'm a tired old man. Oh. Oh, man. It was a really long day. It was pretty chaotic in the best way possible. My oldest just turned 8. It's wild. Got to see Mike again. I love to see Mike. Mike's a good friend of Mike Clam here in the chat. Wonderful human being. He lives locally here too, and it's a rare treat to be able to see him. And he got to come. He was invited to come to celebrate the birthday. We went to see the Mario movie. We had rented out a movie theater, a local one, so it wasn't too expensive overall. It's such a good time. That takes you back to South Shore. Yes. Yes. I haven't turned to that one. But I do have it. I feel rested. Alright, so turning there and there. Okay. Let's go turn in those. Yes, let's do that. Going to Scarlet Monastery stuff again. Neria with your wacky headpiece.
How are you?
No time to answer meaningless questions right now. Oh, this is a different matter entirely. You probably don't realize the gravity of this matter yet, do you? Care deeply about Hammertoe's demise, but if he sent you here with his amulet, then he understood what is at stake. Why don't you take time to mourn his death later? Let me show you one of the reasons his amulet's so valuable. Oh. Sakura, you finished for me. I can see with my own eyes again, but we need to talk of Ragnaros. His influence is spreading. I'll tell you more, Karnak, in time, but first send this travelers to Balgrum. There's more business to attend to.
You got my attention. Off with you.
There we go. MC Raiders. We ain't got no life. MC Kid. I'm Mick Kid. I love the McRib. What's that? Am I doing it right?
What's on your mind?
Run and find Advisor Belgrim as quickly as you can. Tell him what you're witnessed and ask him how he wants us to proceed. This note will explain more to him. In the meantime, take the time to speak to Hammertoe's spirit. Maybe he knows something that will help us put a stop to the Shadowforge Cretans' activities in the Badlands. We can only pray.
Be good.
Oh my god.
What's on your mind?
Word from Historian Karnak. Excellent. Yeah, he's right over there. He's right there. Right there. Oh my god. Why didn't you just go like, hey, over here? Advisor Bilgrim reaches the end of the note, and as his eyes widen for a moment, ugh, these are evil tidings. Bogus, please return to Historian Karnak and tell him the king's authority to act on this information swiftly and decisively. You must hold the Shadowforge activities. Tell him yourself. He's right there. He's right there. He's right there. Just, oh my god. Just tell him.
Talk to me.
Are they feuding? Is that it? Dad, are you and Mom in a fight right now? Are you and Mom in a fight right now? No, we're just taking some time. You're treating this matter with an urgency I'd expect from the king himself. No, I didn't. I walked 10 steps, man. I know what'll bring the Shadowforge down. The presence in Uldaman can be slowed if we strike them at their base of operations, Angor Fortress. Ambassador Infernus was sent to Angor Fortress by Ragnaros himself to mine the Shadowforge, seeking lost artifacts in Uldaman. It's already meant tremendous casualties for our people, but it was obviously grown worse. I hesitate to guess how many artifacts they would be able to find and use against Ironforge. Our goal is simple. Return to the Badlands and destroy Ambassador Infernus. Once the threat is eliminated, return to Advisor Belgrim with proof of your victory. It's in our hands now. Cool.
Watch your back.
Alright. How's my reputation? Revered right now. Okay, next up. Oh, shoot. This way. I've enjoyed this game, man. So much fun. It has been a lot better than I was expecting, and it really turned out to be a game that is warranted of its praise and its popularity for sure. It has some. It's not perfect. It has some issues, but it's not like. It's not bad. You are not the person I was looking for. Oh, no, man. I'm an old man. Welcome to my shop. Watch your touch. Knowledge can be deadly. Yeah, I can digest. You're starting a new chapter of us somewhere? Never mind, it's not my place to ask. I'll help you. For an extra copy, we must aid each other, yes? That's how we must flourish. Acquire 3 items of power. Bring them to me and I'll give you the digest. I'll not speak their names. Yours may be honest, but here, I'll write them down.
Off with you.
What's the things? The star, the head, and the heart, hand and the heart. Ooh, I like it. All right, next up is my class stuff and see if I got any new stuff to buy. Yeah, I can't smelt this stuff I just got. I might have to go see what it takes to do so. Hey, WP. Just Miss Sakura. Coincidence.
Aye.
Coincidence? I think not. Yes, give me that hawk. Ooh, 40. Okay, so that was all I got from that. That wasn't much.
Watch your back.
Okay.
How are you?
Oh, I'll grab 'em.
See you soon.
Oh, making my pipe. Thank you. Yeah, so let's see what I have here. The gnomish mind control cap. I need one more star ruby and I think I have enough to be able to make that. Get any star rupees, I can get the mind control cap. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did I take it? I didn't take it. Why does it do this to me? Why do you taunt me so? There. Correct. I gotta sell my stuff. I gotta get things ready. Oh, I might be doing like crafting off stream because that's what I like to do in like my off time is like, yeah, no one wants to see me sit here and just do inventory management the whole time.
How are you?
Let me just get this sold. All right, so empty venom sack gone. Doomsayer robes gone. So club gone. Deep rock salt gone. Bracer's gone. Pants gone. Prospector's gloves gone. That's gone. That's gone. Keeping that because I'm going to use it. Thick frame main gone. There we go.
Safe travels.
I'm glad I got a whole bunch of that red star stuff because I need it big time for my recipes. Let's see. Harm prevention belt. I need the dusky belt for. Yeah, combat chicken is what I'm gonna need. WP is gonna give me the stuff I need for that. The last one. Alright, so I need jade. I think I have jade in my inventory. In my bank.
You got my attention.
Right? Yeah, got jade for this. Oh, come on now. There we go. And then we have, let's see, 6 true silver. Do I have any true silver? I don't know if I do. I do. I only have 4 true silver. No! Okay, gotta find true silver. We'll get it figured out. I need 2. I think I'm gonna need 4 more for the mind control cap. I technically need 6 total. Because I need it for the mind control cap and for the battle chicken. Right? Yeah. gonna
on
do
your
me?
mind?
Let's see. So I'll need 2 more total to get the mind control cap then too. But I'm going to get that battle chicken. That's the big one. Nickel casing and a gold powder core. What do I need for the gold powder core? Just gold bar? Easy. I can do that. And so blacksmith hammer, argyle spanner, bam, bam, bam. Let's go make this real quick.
Be good.
I'm gonna make this and then be done. What's in your mailbox? I'm gonna find out in a minute. Mystery. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Okay. Auction expired. Auction expired. Auction expired. Mystery meat. Oh my god. So many things. Holy crap. Hold on. Let me make this thing. Hold on. There's so much stuff. So much mystery meat. Now I need those dang flame sacks. Like, if I get a bunch of those, the fire-breathing chili sells for a lot. So let's see, I gotta make my mithril. Smelt my mithril. I put my head into Private Jen Moxie's butt. It's fine. So Sakura, I looked on the AH at the time, and it was like 40 gold per or something ridiculous. Apparently, a lot of folks like it. I don't know. So I make my gold power core. My wheel, of course, is broken. I'll go look at it before we go. Yeah, the chili is crazy. Flame sacks. Alright, so done that now, and I can make my robot chicken. So excited. Get a battle chicken. It's not a one-time use, right? The battle chicken. I really hope it's not like use it once and that's it. No more. It's got a 20-minute cooldown, right? It's like I should have it for more than once, or is it a one time only? That's like so nerve-wracking if that's the case. Like all of that work for just one time. I don't know if it is or not. Oh, I'll see about this chili real quick and see how much it is. Chili. Dragon Breath chili. So 2 at 5 gold. Okay, so it's not that bad. So, I mean, this one here is 5 gold for 2. But that's still not bad when you really think about it. The recipe for it, geez, people are trying to sell a Sacred Punch and to sell it for a whole crap ton. Great night. All right, I gotta go to sleep. Okay. Let's go see who's on raid. Let's go find somebody. Boom, 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 boom. Peaches, 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 I love you. It's all stuck in my head. Can't get it out. My dearest friend Keegliff is playing No Man's Sky. That's just where we're going. I don't give a hoot whether you like it or not. They're my internet bestie, and we're going to go say hi to them because we have to. They're the best. They're playing No Man's Sky, and I miss them dearly. Have a wonderful night, everybody. I'll be back again hopefully tomorrow night. We'll see what we can do. And as always, to humor. Farewell.